Hey everybody, little update for the lighting. Um, as you can see, I installed a new light in the background, but we'll start on this one right here. This is a 150 watt high pressure sodium light. It is extremely bright. I love this light. I actually got two of them. I got them for free, believe it or not. I bought them on Amazon, and Amazon, the first one they shipped me in a box that was 3 or 4 times the size of the box for this light. And of course, you can imagine the box just rattled around during delivery, and the packaging on the inside of the box is not that great to begin with. So, because it was able to ride around, it shattered the or cracked the lens on it in 3 spots completely all the way through, so you could split it easily. And that was unusable unless you try to fix it. So I called Amazon and I had them send me another one. And when I got the new one, I was supposed to mail this one out. Well, the one that they sent me is right over there, another 150 watt. Again, the Woods brand, some Chinese name. They keep changing their names all the time. You know how the Chinese are. Everything they sell, it's the same company, but it's not the same company. But they keep changing the name for everything. But whatever. So, anyway, this one came with a cracked lens too, in 3 spots. So I called Amazon and I'm like, hey, this is the second time you ship these lights in a gigantic box. And I even called when they sent me the second one and I said, please make sure you ship it in a smaller box so it doesn't rattle around. Well, all they did was take some bubble wrap, really, really thin bubble wrap, and wrapped the Woods box. And they didn't add any padding on the inside. So it, again, rattled around and jostled around inside the box and, of course, broke the lens. So they gave me a complete refund and told me to keep the lights. It wasn't even worth for them to, getting sent back. So basically got $240 in lights for free. So I can't complain. And to fix it, I just took some, I can't pronounce the name, cyanurolite, super glue, the stuff they made in the 70s, typical stuff you can buy like in the dollar store or whatever. And I just kind of glued the lenses back together and it works. I mean, when you walk up to them, you can see the crack, but you can't see it in the distance, so that's fine. So, but you can see how bright they are. They're extremely bright. Um, when I originally made videos, I didn't like high pressure sodium. I never really liked the orange, but it's definitely grown on me. Most of my lights are now high pressure sodium. Uh, and the ones over here are both 50 watts. If you watch my previous video, it's the white fixtures. Believe the name was Grand Light. You can find them on eBay if they're still there. They were $35 a light, really cheap for older, made in the United States actually, wall packs. The one on the right is actually in place of a 100 watt from a previous video I had. The 100 watt wall pack was one of those heavy duty wall packs, but the problem is it's meant for a really tall building because it points downward. So it never got any light out here. As you can see where my finger's lining up, all this light out here, it was never lit up. So I decided to replace it with one of the 50 watts because I got 3 of them. And the 50 watts, they actually point straight out, down, left, and right. So there's definitely a lot more light coverage for 50 watts less. So yeah. The third light, this kennel right here, and no, I don't like kennels. I'm going to rip all these cages out. It just came with the property. There's a door over here to get out of there on that side too. And I plan to put the third light where the door is, so there'll be a light over there to light up the woods and the pathway over there. So moving on, this light I actually installed tonight. I'm pretty crazy and I was bored, and when I did this, it was only 7 o'clock, and you know how it gets dark really early. So, but it's like 12 degrees out here. So this one is a 175 watt mercury vapor lamp. Brand new in box. It was like built in 96 or 95 or something like that. And it's a Regent brand. And the funny thing is in my previous video, if you watch it, maybe I'll walk over there before this video ends. I have a utility pole on the property with 2 mercury vapor lamps on it. And one of the lamps was broken, so I replaced it with a brand new Regent light, and that light was made in 93, and it was made in the United States. This one, I think 95, 96 or something, it's made in China. So, but it's still really high quality. I can tell by the build. Um, this one has a really green tint to it. More green on camera than in person, but you can definitely see the green in person. It looks like that, it has that 1970s campground vibe, you know, like Camp Crystal Lake kind of vibe, you know, Friday the 13th reference. But if you ever went camping in the 70s and possibly the 80s, they had these lamps all over the properties, and this is the color that you would see. And the reason why it's that color is because it's a clear bulb. The clear 175 watt or 400 or whatever, they have a green tint to them. And mercury vapor had an attempt near the end of its life to get more usable light out of it. So they frosted the bulbs, and the frosting actually converts the UV light that you can't see, or that greenish light right there, into, I think, a more red spectrum. So when you turn those lights on, in my previous video, you can actually see they're pink, and they progressively get more white and white and white. And when they're fully bright, they're definitely like white, like daylight white, with a slight hint of pink. Very slight. But they definitely do not have that green at all in them. It shows on the video, but not in person. So my question to you people is, um, I have another 70 watt Woods brand, you know, barn light, as I was showing you guys over there, that dimmer one right underneath the bright one. And I definitely don't want to put that over here because even though it's, you know, high pressure sodium, uses a lot less energy, the 70 watt is just not nearly as bright as the 175 mercury vapor. However, the 150 high pressure sodium is definitely brighter. Not by a lot, but it is brighter. So my question for you guys is, should I keep this bulb in here and keep the green tint, or should I buy a newer bulb that's frosted to get a little more usable light? I believe the lumens on this one are about 8,000 and or 7,500 for the clear bulbs, and the frosted ones, they're about 9,500. So I'll definitely get a lot more light output. And the only problem is it's going to be white. And the reason why I like mercury vapor is because I like the green. Maybe people don't, but I do. So what is your opinion? Should I change the bulb for frosted to get more light output, or should I keep the green? And the reason why I put it back here is because I have horses. I have two, and I do want to light this up. Right now it's too cold for them to be out at nighttime, but in the summer and springtime, they definitely need more light because they're going to be out in the dark. They're going to be out at nighttime. I usually don't bring them in at night when it's warm out. And yes, it's a small area, but I have another 10 acres back there. It's a brand new property, and I plan to clear all of that out. And yeah, the horses will have 14 acres almost of land to use. So, but for now, this is what I did. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think between the 150 and the 175 mercury vapor? Which one is brighter to you? I think the 150 high pressure sodium is. And the funny thing is that 50 watt wall pack is pretty bright. It puts out a lot of light right here. Maybe I'm going insane, but it almost seems like the 50 watt high pressure sodium is brighter than this one. It really isn't, but yeah. So thanks for watching.